Hey everybody, FunshineX here. Welcome back to Techopolis 3. Today we're going to get into some evaporation chambers to make some brine, some lithium, and some sulfuric acid. Hopefully we get that far. Once we've got the sulfur, then we can go take all of the coal, dimensional coal we've been getting, and turn it into an actual coal. We can't do much with it yet. I did go ahead, I probably don't need that in there. I did go ahead and make a second one. I'm not sure what ore we want to put in here yet. We'll see. There's a lot of candidates. I could do gold because it'd be easier than the way we're doing it. Diamonds would be great, but we would need 8 times 12. We'd need 96 diamonds to get that going. That's a lot. Redstone's just slow to generate and I need it, but that's probably not one. And then lapis we could use to make those crystals for the technium. Aluminum we're using a lot of different places, so it'd be good to have that one as well. And then osmium, if we make osmium, we don't need as much aluminum. So those are kind of the options I'm thinking of for the second one. But don't really need one or to get that running until we have the sulfur. So let's put that in there. I think what's happening actually is this inventory connector is connected to this and it's saying, hey, you can put inventory in here. I'm gonna have to rework that connection. Let's go down the quest line then. So we're into dimensional ores and we're going to start with thermal evaporation blocks. We are going to need a bunch of these. And we have 57. I don't know why I flew all the way over there just so I could look in here. But let's make some, no, go back in there. Thermal evaporation blocks. And let's go ahead and get 2 stacks of those. I think, because we're going to be making 3 or 4 of these. It's not entirely clear. And then we are going to need controllers with that. And that's going to need some kind of glass panes. So let's get 3 controllers for now. We might have to make a 4th, but we'll see. Okay, then we're going to need some valves. And we're going to need 3 valves per or tank, basically. And one thing you could do is if you hit U on this and look here, it says, well, how high do you want to make it? How many valves do you want? And do you want to use structural glass instead of having just thermal evaporation blocks? And so this looks pretty good for a base setup. Height 4 with the 3 valves. It'll give us, I don't know what all that means, but anyway. So for each one, we're going to need 24 blocks of thermal evaporation blocks and 24 structural glass. So here's, oops, 24 there, 24 there, 24 there. All right, so now we just need the structural glass. It's a strainer tank. We don't have any. Thought we had some left over, but maybe not. Okay, that is enough. And then I've got a pump already pre-built to get us some water. Let's just get a bucket of water so that we have some of that. I think we're good. All right, where do we want to put these? I've got a lot of room right along here. I did build a second infuser as well, and that one's making gold. But we ran out of silver dust. We're going to be using this later with the brine that we're making. Got a ton of blank stone, but nothing really to use it on yet. Let's actually go. I don't know how many of those diffusers I'm going to make, but probably not that many. Let's go right along here with these structures. And it doesn't look like there's an auto placer, unfortunately. And so we're going to have to guess how this thing is calculating how many blocks I need. but it said 4 high, so that should be something like this. And then glass. That was perfect amount, so okay. And then we just need to put some valves in here. Actually, I don't think I want them on the side. Let's do the controller and an output valve in the front. Maybe not. Let's think. Let's think about that. I need power for this thing. And it's going to come from a thermal heater, so that's going to all be in the back. So let's put a valve. Didn't work. Put a valve back here. And then I need an input of water for this one. Let's put a valve there. Okay. And then an output valve for the brine. Perfect. So if I pump in water, let's make a little tank. Hold that right here. Is that gonna work? Yeah, that should work. Nope, I'm gonna need to have one more. You know what? I could do it. So, yes. Okay. Water. Pump. Fluid pipe. Okay. Need to rotate that. So give it power. Let's go right there. Look that up. Where's our closest power source? Over here. Go low enough. We have rules, we must follow them. But power goes at this level. Ooh, saved it. Yeah. That has power now. It should be pumping the water in. It is. Yeah, we can look at it on here. And it's very low temperature. And this thing holds a ton of water. Look at that. That's crazy. I think it holds like some like, I don't know. That's gonna, I don't know how much it's gonna hold, but it's starting to fill it up. Okay. And is it gonna do anything? I think we need to heat it up a little bit. So let's get a heater. So we've got this one here, the resistive heater, which we can make. And that one needs thermal cabling to transfer the heat. Let's make some of that. And that goes here, right? Go right there. No, that was fail. I don't know where the heat comes out of. Let's see where it attaches. Does it come out of here? Maybe. Okay, so then we need more power here. And now we're putting heat into there. Okay, gonna do anything? And the temp gets high enough. There we go. So now we're making hot water. And it's unfortunate because I think this quest changed maybe or something, because it says when provided with water and heat will produce brine. And then it talks about, oh, you can have a second one to make lithium, but we actually need the first one just to make the hot water. It's really, I mean, remember we could cook normal water, but that's not fun. So yeah. So this one, all it is doing is making hot water. So let's put another one now. This one's going to look identical. And so we get input, output, power, heat, and then control. Fill the rest with glass. Excuse me. Okay. I'm not sure if it needs those. I remember the old one, they were supposed to have these corners because that's where you put the solar panels, but okay. So now we go, this is a liquid. So out of here into there. That will fill this one up with hot water. Okay. And then we need the same thing. Now I'm not sure if we could just share the heat between all these, because this is variable, right? Where you just increase how many ticks you want to go. And that makes it hotter and faster. Let's try just sharing the heat. I'll save us a little bit of stuff. Hot water, and now that's making brine. Okay, great. And then, so we're gonna have one more of these. Here. Do them the exact same way. Huh, okay. Does this say height 4? No, it says height 3. Okay. Don't need these. I don't know why it says you need 20 whatever structural glass then. Okay. What now? Get some heat on this one. Although we're not going to use this yet because, yeah, I'm not going to worry about this one. That's for the lithium. We want to get the brine. Oops. Oh, crap. I clicked on the glass somehow. Okay, good thing it looks like it kept it. This is not making much, and it's probably because it's not very hot. This one actually is super hot. I don't know how. It looks like it cools off the number of blocks it goes down. Okay, so I want to keep it efficient, which means I need another heater right next to it. We'll do that. Okay. Got our heater. And put it there. Rotate it. Power. That was totally the wrong place. Okay, this guy should heat up much hotter now. Let's actually raise him up to 80. Because with 80 RF a tick, this one went to 350 degrees, producing 21 millibuckets a tick. Okay, sounds good. It's gaining water. That's good. We don't want to use too much water. And now this one is heating up, and we're getting tons of brine. Okay, I'm just going to put this into a tank for now. So let's do that. And go grab a tank. And we might as well make this a bigger tank, so let's get the advanced one. So many random tanks full of crap in there. Oh well. All right, and then export. There we go. Brine coming in. And then once I have enough, I can just take this tank with us, and we need to put it into this machine here, which is interesting. Do we have... something like that, and that. Pick out the gold and silver. I don't want to put partial amounts in here. That's a problem. Maybe I should let it fill all the way up. Maybe I should just in a basic tank. Let's do that. I'm going to switch you to pull that, and then go grab just a smaller one. I want a big one eventually, but for right now, just to get stuff going. Basic is 32. Everything else is full. Empty this one. Get this one filled up. I have extra brine? You do not. You're using all the hot or extra hot water. So what if we turn this guy up a little bit? Increasing a little extra. I don't know if I have 200 FE a tick available, but we'll do that. It says it's producing 36, so this one should be gaining, I guess. Maybe it consumes more than 36. Make 22. Okay. Almost there. 10 more buckets. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to be getting fluorite dust, and that just comes randomly through dimensionally infusing brine. 200 mil buckets makes a dust. And then with that dust, we can enrich it. All right, let's go make an enrichment chamber while we are waiting. Got that going. All right. Where do we got some extra places? Looks like we got one right here. Oh. $32. How fast this process will go. We got our fluorite. Looks pretty quickly to process through that. Okay. So we will throw that in here. I'm going to cook this gold up, get it out of my inventory. We got 2 fluorite. And the fluorite is going to be used in the chemical crystallizer. Is that the only place it's used? Because maybe I didn't need a bunch of this. Oh, no, muffling upgrade needs it. Oh, okay. We can go back to dust, or we can turn it into hydrofluoric acid. Okay. Cool, so maybe we'll need that later, but first we need to make this machine. So I'm going to need 4 refined and 2 ultimate control. Refined I can grab from here. Control, do we have any? Nope. Need 2 atomics. Doing a little bit better. Oh, I fixed this. Guys, it was water. The water was the problem. This was completely out of water. I don't know why. I didn't see that. So I've taken most of the speed upgrades out. It didn't need speed upgrades. It just needed more water. Okay. Where'd my fluorite go? Chemical crystallizer. That has a few recipes, but we're going to be using it to clean or take our slurry into crystal form of dimensional ores. But the other thing we need to do is take lithium to lithium dust. So let's now go ahead and use our 3rd tank here. So I will connect you. That should start filling up with brine. We need another heater. Oh, I don't really have a good place to that. Oh, jeez. We got power cables. Oh, we got lots more. Okay. Do we put this guy at 80? Leave this one at like 60 and see if it gains or loses. They are still gaining. Okay. Now we're losing. Okay. So somewhere in that range is what we want to do it. Oh, because we aren't at max temperature yet. We are getting liquid lithium. Now, I don't know if that's good for anything right now. Make sulfuric acid. What's it telling us to do here? Second thermal brine into lithium inside the crystallizer that can turn lithium into lithium dust. But this is liquid lithium. Why would it not tell us to make a deconcentrator? That's Yeah, I think we have everything for that recipe. The concentrator with that. Seems like it might warrant its own mechanism area to start dealing with all these things. So maybe we'll do it here. We need items, we'll pull them up there. Sorter, that, coloring, blocks. All right, so blocks would be about here. The concentrator into a crystallizer. And oh, good, we got one right here. Let's get another tank. Yum. That will go in here. Power to these machines. There's no way I make it. Oh, I made it. I have power over here. Of course, now I can't get up, but now I will. Okay. We put this in there. This needs to say top is fluid input. Oh no, it's chemical input, isn't it? Huh. Oh, are we deconcentrating? There we go. Okay. Liquid lithium in here, coming out as lithium gas. And now this one, we want chemicals from here, input. And we want this one, chemicals, output, eject. Okay. That one's going now, beautiful. And this just makes our lithium dust, doesn't it? Okay. Beautiful. And now the last one, we need to turn lithium into sulfuric acid. So technically we need to make a whole nother block. Sleep time. We're gonna schedule this episode. We're doing great. Okay. So we need more thermal blocks. I think we need more. We have 5. Yeah, we'll need more. Just gonna make another stack. Need another. Those. We have structural glass. Yeah, we had plenty. And then valves. Well, that was not the right size. Let's see, that one needs a valve here, 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 controller there. Yeah. Short on liquid pipes. One more heater. I think if we built these better, we could have put the heat input in between two of them and shared it, but whatever. It's not that expensive to build these. Those things are so loud. They're like screaming. Okay, we're producing sulfuric acid. Beautiful. Let's turn this one up to 60. I think this one could probably be turned down, right? Because it's running out. So we're wasting heat here. This one will turn up. This one will turn up. Big 300. Go, baby. Or is that... Oh, that gonna just run out of water, won't it? Okay. No point in doing that, then. Let's go back to 160. I might need to get another pump to put water in here fast enough. Is that like 20? Wow, that's very hot. Definitely overkill on many of these. Okay. Good sulfuric acid will come out of here into a final tank. Let's go see how our lithium is going. Please fly. It's all out of there. Oops, still processing here. We got a ton of that. Beautiful. All right, should be able to speed this up. It's one speed upgrade each. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just having a problem with water. Can you do... Oh, you can do upgrades there. But yeah, it's still too hot. See where this water stabilizes. This will not use more power than we need. I'm gonna go down to like 40 on all these. Honestly. Let me know if you guys have found good temperatures that work for a one pump setup. Or should I just get more pumps? The sad part is this tank is so big that it's gonna never back up, right? You're empty. You have 2 in you now? Oh, just 1. I must have failed to put it in. I'm gonna put a bunch in then. See how fast this baby goes and how fast it loses power. We only do 32 millibuckets? It's using 100 millibuckets at a time. I'm not sure how we ended up with 20 extra. That's weird. I think we can vent it though. Or put a tank here. Can we do that? There? No. Just rather get this out and use it somewhere else. Can I do something like chemical? Nope, I think once it's in there, it's stuck. Liquids do not... Oh, it's not a liquid. That's the thing. That's the ticket. You are a gas. Oh, that means we'd have to put it back into the concentrator in this mode. So we'd say chemicals here, output. Look like you can. Okay, it's stuck in here. Almost gone. Probably get the... Oh, what's that thing called? There's a tool that you can use to get liquids out of mechanism stuff. It is the dropper, I think. But it might not work with this. Oh, there we go. Put that back in here. Nice. Turning it back into liquid. And then we'll put it back here. That's funny. Can I have your speed upgrades, or at least a few? Yeah. This can go. Empty there. Beautiful. We now take this sulfuric acid. We do not have a lot. That's actually pretty sad. Does not produce very much. Now do the same thing with that. Oh, that's the wrong one. Make that liquid sulfuric acid. Put that in here. Maybe? Yeah, chemical crystallizer. And we got some sulfur. Beautiful. Now that's sulfur. We can do a mixer to get a herbicide. I don't care about that now. I need to now oxidize it. Is that what we're doing? It's definitely in here. Yeah, I do need liquid form. I don't need solid form. Why did you want me to make that? You back there. It's kind of funny. Okay. Oh, we will need... I don't know. Who knows? We've got at least a plan. We've got the sulfuric acid that we need to now handle all the stuff coming out of Dimensional Wars. So let's just kind of look at that pipeline just so we can see. So we're making more. So we're going to take the dimensional coal. We're going to mix it with the sulfuric acid, and this is going to have to be probably next episode. And that's going to make dirty coal slurry. And that's going to be the same no matter what ore we produce. We're going to get some dirty slurry. We then take the dirty slurry and we purify it in a chemical washer to clean it. We then take the clean in a crystallizer to get the crystals. We then inject it with hydrogen chloride, which is from salt. All right, we need to make a lot of salt. Okay. Oops. And then the shard gets purified and then crushed and then enriched. And then we can smelt it down. That is quite the process. Oh, hopefully it's all worth it and we have coal for days like we need, but it's gonna be fun. So I'll get that all planned out for one of these platforms for next episode, and we will try to get all the coal that we need. Hopefully that then will produce us enough diamonds that we can then start to extract some dimensional diamonds, and then we got to do that whole process again, right? Like every one we want to do, we've got to get this whole series going. Cool. And it uses 100 millibuckets per dimensional core. So we will have to increase the speed. So I'll get some more tank or some more pumps pumping water in there. Guys, thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Catch you later. Bye.